Hey guys, what's up? It's Bibs07 here again, and welcome to my guide for Glacors in the EoC. Glacors are pretty damn easy since the EoC has come out, and pretty much not much hard to do to kill them. It's just the requirements that some people may or may not have. So to be able to kill Glacors, you need to have done the Ritual of the Majorat quest, and that requires somewhere around 300 quest points to do. So there's a lot of pre-quest requirements because While Gothic Sleeps is one of them, and that requires I think 275 quest points to do. So yeah, you pretty much need to have done most of the quests in the game to be able to kill this monster, but once you have done that, they are very easy to kill. You're going to be using mage to kill these, and most importantly fire spells. I'm using the normal spellbook, but you can use Bloodfire Barrage, but I only recommend that if you're using a wand and book. So the standard gear setup I have on right here is full Ganodermic. You could always upgrade that to say Port's Armor or Neck's Armor if you really want to spend the extra money. But I wouldn't buy those types of armors specifically for this because Ganodermic works fine. I have an Armadyl Battle Staff as my weapon. You can also use a Staff of Light, or like I said, Virtus Wand and Virtus Book, or Aram's Wand and Book, whatever you can really afford. But the Armadyl Battle Staff I think is cheaper than the Wand and Book options, and I prefer the two-handed staff either way. So yeah, it's up to you though, but a Staff of Light I'm pretty sure will work just fine. You'll just need to bring air runes as well because the Armadyl Battle Staff acts as an air staff. I have a skill cape on. You can wear a god cape. I'm not even sure if those are good anymore though, but I usually just wear my skill cape for most things. Don't wear a Talkar Call if you have one, obviously, because that is only for melee, but or obviously if you have a max or comp cape, wear that. Barrow's gloves, those work fine. You can use whatever gloves you really want. I mean, Virtus gloves I guess if you have them, but Barrow's gloves are fine. Ganodermic boots, you can use whatever magic boots you want. If you have Rage Fires, you can use those, or you can use Virtus boots. I prefer the Ring of Wealth for PVMing. You can wear a Seer's Ring or Third Age Circuit, or Sixth Age Circuit, sorry, whatever you guys really want. But that's pretty much the gear. You don't really need an aura for this. It's really just unnecessary. In my inventory, I have an Extreme Magic Potion. You can use Extremes Magics or regular Magics Potions or Super Magic Potions, and now that they updated that. Or Overloads if you want. It doesn't really matter. It depends what you guys want to use. I could use Overloads, but I prefer to use Extreme Magics just so it's, a little bit easier for me to AFK a little bit more. Got some prayer renewals here. These are very useful for helping keep your prayer up. Your inventory doesn't really need to be that set up because there's a bank right next to the Glacors pretty much, so you don't really need to be too concerned. If you run out of supplies, you can always go and get some more at the bank. And I have 2 super stores just to help me keep my prayer up in case it drops too low. So to get there, you're going to be using the fairy ring system, and if you've done the quest to get to the Glacors, I'm pretty much positive you'll have done the quest for fairy rings. My bar setup is Rack, Chain, Combust, Impact, Wild Magic, Asphyxiate, Dragon Breath, and Sonic Wave. I don't use Dragon's Breath that much because you don't really stand next to these, and these ones don't really matter. You may or may not want to have Freedom on your bar because it'll occasionally freeze you, and you can use Freedom to get out of it if you need to move at that time. But yeah, I always like using the fairy ring at Edgeville because it's most useful. And as far as where the bank is, it is right over here. If you don't know where the fairy ring bank is, it's right there. You can bank there, come back through the fairy ring if you ever need to bank. It's very easy and very accessible. So to get there, you just use a fairy ring and you teleport to the code DKQ, and that will take you to the Glacor Cave. And you'll be right there, and the Glacors are right here. Now, someone must have been fighting a Glacor but not finished it, because these would not be here normally. So just ignore those, I guess. And there's somebody on this world. See, using pretty much similar gear. However, he's using a Staff of Light and God Cape. If you don't have Soul Split, you're going to need to bring food with you and maybe a Unicorn Stallion. But if you do have Soul Split, which is highly preferable, then you should be fine with without food. Now this guy is he's not exactly doing it the way you should be. I will show you how. He's in the right spot, but he's making a few mistakes. So let me just do a quick join world so I don't have to stop the recording. And here we go. There is. Oh, there might be somebody here. I don't know. I don't know why that Glacor is there. It's not usually, I don't think. Either way, there doesn't appear to be anybody here, so just make sure our autocast spell is set correctly. Let's pot up magic and prayer renewal. The only two Glacors I ever kill are this one and this one. That's because I use this thing to trap them behind while I'm killing the Glacites. The way Glacors work is when you kill them halfway, you get them to 50% of their health. They will spawn 3 little minion Glacites, and you cannot damage the Glacor anymore until you kill the Glacites. There are 3 Glacites: the Sapping Glacite, the Enduring Glacite, and the Unstable Glacite. The Sapping one will drain your prayer points with every hit. The Enduring one will be impossible to hit if it's standing right next to the Glacor, and it becomes increasingly easier as you move it further away. And the Unstable one will gain an what looks like an adrenaline bar over its head slowly. When that reaches the top, it will explode, losing 90% of its life points. And if you are standing within a 1 block radius of it, you will lose half of your current life points. So that thing is very annoying and hard to avoid. Once you've killed all the Glacites, the Glacor will take on the characteristic of the last Glacite you killed. So if you killed the Sapping one last, it will start to drain your prayer points with every hit. If you killed the Enduring one last, the Glacor will just be very hard to hit and very annoying to kill. Or if you killed the Unstable one last, the Glacor will start charging an adrenaline bar type thing above its head that will then explode, which will damage it and you. And I think that's a bit larger of a radius for if it's the Glacor exploding. I think it's maybe a 3 block radius. So make sure you always want to kill the Unstable one last, because it will help you kill it if you can't kill it fast enough before it explodes, and it will prevent it from being annoying by draining your prayer, or by making it hard to hit. So when you're ready, when you're all potted up and stuff, you can turn on Soul Split. I don't personally use Torment. I don't think it's worth it. And then you can attack it, because fire spells do like a ton of damage to them. And there you see I just got frozen, so you gotta click on it again. And pretty much just use your standard abilities, mostly basics when you're attacking it. Then when it spawns the minions, hit T to be able to select a target. Click on the Enduring Glacite and use 1 ability on it. Then you want to run behind this thing to stand right here on the edge of these. Oh, I've been frozen. See, now this Glacite is not usually here, and it's getting in my way. But you want to stand on the edge of these little things. Attack the Sapping one, use Wild Magic, I prefer on it, and then attack this one. Usually you'll have to move away from the Unstable Glacite because it will be exploding and in your way. But since it's not, then here, then you kill off the Unstable one, run back around, attack the Glacor, and you see the adrenaline bar above its head starting to fill up. Then I use Asphyxiate, and usually that plus a basic will finish it off. And we got our drop. Glacors are very good for charms. They drop 3 charms at a time, and their most common charms are blue and crimson. And they are hunted mostly for their drops of the 3 rare boots, the Steadfast boots, the Ragefire boots, and the Glaven boots. Those are the 3 boots for magic, melee, and range. And those are level 85. So I think I'm going to try and hop worlds one last time right now, just because I want to show you guys how it's usually done without the one Glacor that is not usually there, blocking the path. There we go. This is the normal positioning of the Glacors. That one is farther way over there, and that one is over there. So I'll show you maybe 1 or 2 more kills, and then we'll end the video off there. So pretty much just attack it. And the Glacor has a special attack that is looks different from its regular attacks. Hopefully we can get it to do it here. I'm just going to wait. It'll sort of slam the ground and then some spikes will shoot out. And you'll have to move or you'll be hit for half of your current life points. So waiting on that right now. The Glacor fires its magic attack with its, if you're facing it, it's its right hand, and then its range attack is its left hand. Although that's not really important. Okay, I guess it just doesn't feel like using its special. But here we go. Hit T, target the unstable Glacite, use the ability, and then run back to stand right here. And then you attack the sapping Glacite, use a threshold on it, then attack the enduring Glacite, and then you see, make sure you move before that thing explodes. You have a few seconds before it explodes after its adrenaline bar is full. And then it'll be really low hit points and you can just kill it off. Then head back over, attack the Glacor, and you can pretty much just put it down with a threshold. Pretty easy. And we got a rune plate script, and as you see, some more Crimson Charms. Alright, well, let's kill this one now, and I'll show you the lure works just the same. This is my there's the special attack right there. You saw it slam the ground, and then you got to move over, or those will hit you for half your life points. Good, I'm glad I got to show that. Some people prefer to kill them out in the open or somewhere else, like over there. This is just my preferred method because it lets you hide behind this thing in order to protect yourself from the Glacor's attacks whilst killing the Glacites, which is very helpful for just keeping your life points up and not needing to eat food. So that is pretty much all there is to Glacors. They're not that hard at all. As you guys can see, pretty much just copy my method and you should have no trouble whatsoever. And the other Glacor will always be back by the time you kill this one, so you don't ever have to switch up which ones you're killing. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. I hope it helped you out. Good luck at Glacors. If you guys want to check out my series that involves Glacors as well as Tormented Demons and Automatons, I will just leave an annotation on the screen. It's called the Majorat Master. I'm trying to get the 3 boot drops from the Glacors as well as the Armadyl Battle Staff. That's one thing I forgot to mention actually. The Glacors are also hunted for these things called Shards of Armadyl, which they drop at around a 1 in 10 drop rate, and if you collect 100 of those, you can combine them into a Armadyl orb, which attached to a battle staff will create an Armadyl battle staff, and these are worth a pretty decent amount actually, around 10 mil. So yeah, they fluctuate kind of a lot though, because they've been up to 20 mil at times. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this guide, you guys. If I forgot anything, please let me know, and I'll be sure to leave an annotation on the screen that of what I forgot, or if this helped you out, let me know. I'd really appreciate any feedback you guys have. Like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you guys next time. I'll probably be doing a guide on Tormented Demons in the near future because I think those are pretty similar to Glacors, but they have some different tactics and are, in my opinion, a bit more challenging, but still pretty easy. So I'll see you guys there, and peace.